And welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful season of World Team League. It is 2023. It is summer. It is qualifier day number 1. And speaking of things that are beautiful, something that I haven't seen in years, Papi. Asher, you're not fluffy anymore. You're here. Oh.
It's been years. I am pretty fluffy, actually.
a little bit. Oh my god! But I haven't seen you in so long. But it's great to be back for another season, Papi. Another season. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to come back because it feels like kind of the floodgates have opened to all these random teams of just groupings of people. Of all sorts of different kinds. I think people have realized that, you know, we might not have that long left with this game before Stormgate, and this is the time to, you know, put together a team and just to have a crack at this. Like, why not?
Yeah, you know, just throw caution to the wind, mate, and just, you know, it's unifying everyone. It's bringing everyone together, and it's a beautiful sight to behold. Speaking of, here we have our first matchup. It is going to be Team Gosu going up against Team Rotti.
Yeah, we go. And arguably the reason that we are here to cast a team in Gosu.
Yep.
It is the Vietnamese Zerg, a mind of his own, in a bit of a league of his own as well. This is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponent. We have the Italian Terran player representing Team Rotti. It is BabyMarine. And mate, when I saw the lineup for today, like who Team Rotti was going up against, it feels like the EU ladder is going up against the NA ladder. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
You can't get more NA than MeomaikA, Maples, and Reaper, mate. Oh my god.
Only thing that's missing is Rocker and 4GG.
True. Maybe throw in Supernova for good fun. Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Of course, recently, a couple of weeks ago, or even less than that, MeomaikA did announce, or it was announced, that he got picked up by Team Gosu for this very reason, to kind of like spearhead their way into World Team League.
Yeah, you'll find a lot of players getting picked up around now.
Yep.
A lot of team changes, roster changes. And yeah, this game's already kicking off. We're seeing Mio go for a hatch first. BabyMarine very aware of the player that he's up against. Oh, sorry, that's not a hatch first at all. It's a pool first. BabyMarine, very aware of the player that he's going up against, is going to be sending an early SEV scout. So quite a bit earlier than usual. Just wants to make sure that he sees exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, and I don't blame him whatsoever, because it was a pool first opening from MeomaikA. What's important though is that even though it was a pool first, no links. It's MeomaikA.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you for thinking it was a hatch first, because MeomaikA, he does this, and that's what's so scary about him. In ZVT, he goes for a pool first, and sometimes he makes 4 links, sometimes he makes 6 links, sometimes he makes no links.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so many mixed signals coming out here because he's showing that he is fully mining gas. He's getting link speed as well. I mean, fully mining gas, it means certain things normally, but against Mio, often this just means that he's going early hydras. And he just banks a lot of gas to a land. I mean, I can't really explain it. But yeah, he's going to be taking a pretty quick third. I can tell you, I have played Mio on ladder pretty recently. And he has been doing this 2-2 ling thing that he does, where he just gets super fast upgrades and plays pure lings, but with good creep spread, which is bizarre, and taking every map on, like every base on the map, just like taking bases so fast, taking every base, taking your bases. He's just swallowing up the map with pure lings, and it's a really cool style, and I think That's what we're going to see out of him.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean, that's the scary thing about MeomaikA, is that you were kind of touching on it yourself. Like, depending on what you scout, it could mean a couple of different things, but these things are very unique to MeomaikA. You know, I'm sure BabyMarine, he's going through like a checklist list in his mind. He's like, oh, it's going to be like 2 base muta. Is it going to be like a fast lair? Is it going to be like a roach timing or something? He's like, no, Meo doesn't do any of that. he just has like a completely different checklist. And speaking of, there is that fast lair. I'm curious if we are going to be seeing that Hydra style that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it is possible. So we go. The Lynx are going to be dipping in, getting a little bit of a scout there. A pretty safe bunker coming out from BabyMarine here. So BabyMarine also playing, looks like he's playing, let me just a quick little look-see around. A 2cc Banshee build as well. So BabyMarine is playing this very, very safe. This is pretty much the safest build that you can go for here. And ensures that your Banshees have no delay. Your Hellions have no delay either. Getting a bunker on top of this as well. He is wearing all the helmets, and so far, Meo has just been droning.
That's the thing, right? Like, you can put on as many helmets as you want, but MeomaikA's still gonna find a way to bash your head in. Like, it's it's crazy. We already see a Ling Flood coming up from MeomaikA as well. He's cutting drones here at 47 for the time being. Lair just finished up, and there it is. The Hydra gets thrown down. So a bit of an older MeomaikA style. Bearing in mind, this is a best of 2, so, you know, it's still possible for us to see that mass Ling style later on. And speaking of mass Lings, I mean, we still do quite have a lot of them here for Meo.
Yeah, pretty healthy amount of Lings coming out. There's a good amount. I think he'll want to have a pretty good amount of Lings to help buffer with the Hydras once they do come out. Probably not going to be able to afford to make a ton of those Hydras. But here we go. BabyMarine just kind of sharking around with these Hellions, making sure he's keeping this creep spread under control.
And then what you just said is he's spreading creep? Oh,
yeah,
oh my God.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, mate. It's crazy as the Hellions are trying to find a way, and so far the Queens are doing a great job at denying vision, denying scouting. The Hydra, despite it being a little bit exposed, has not been scouted yet, and the first wave of Hydras are on the way.
Let's be real, you can spread creep better than this.
Yeah, I may start off with a very giga safe tumor, but you're not wrong, you know. Oh God, as the Hellions are going to be testing the waters here. Back across the map, BabyMarine is following up again in a pretty standard fashion. We got our third CC on the way.
BabyMarine is playing this so safely, and this is exactly what Meo does to players. You kind of think in your head that, you know, you're going to be the better player if it gets into a bit more of a macro game. You just need to survive the early game and be safe, but Meo, he's greedy where you're being safe, and then he's aggressive in all the tiny little openings every single time. But speaking of openings, there's a massive one here, and BabyMarine going to be jumping on top of the drones of MeomaikA. It's a pretty good split to start off with, but 11 have already gone down to both the Banshees and the Hellions.
Yeah. MeomaikA was very out of position with his Lynx. He was in the middle of moving out across the map. He will clean everything up, but not before 12 drones do go down. The gas mining drones are also being targeted down by these Banshees, and now finally BabyMarine has caught wind of the Hydras.
Yeah, he does get a full scout as well. Might have seen as well that the Hydra Den was researching, and he is going into tanks, so he's pretty safe here. He can kind of just sit back on this 2-base setup, doesn't really need to land his third anytime soon, and as long as he's, you know, not overextending in that way, he should be okay here.
Definitely, and that was a nice scout from BabyMarine as well. He may lose one Banshee, but he was in the middle of moving out with a drop towards those Hydras, so he does pull back for the time being. The last Banshee will be able to escape as well. And from here, MeomaikA is going back to droning. He's getting a 4th base. It looks like he has been found out. He has recognized that, and he is going to back off and macro.
BabyMarine walking into a pretty heavy supply block here, very heavy supply block. That's his second cooldown there, and he's still going to be supply blocked after that. It seems like this maybe just isn't a build he's quite as comfortable with. Probably prefers to play 3cc or maybe some more aggressive variants of this build as well. You can see that he has been kind of put on the back foot, and he's also going here for an ARAC, so I think that's a really good choice against the heavy Ling Hydra style, but it could get a little bit awkward if he's not able to do some damage here.
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of the big thing about MeomaikA, is that he often does lack some splash damage, and he can, as a result, suffer against these heavy bio compositions. As I say that, though, we do have a Baneling that's being thrown down, so MeomaikA has evolved over time, and there we go. Baneling speed is on the way. He's looking to refine his army.
Yeah, we are getting 1-1 in bailing speed at a rather ripe time here, but I mean, you can see just how much of a weird game it is already, just from, what BabyMarine knows about the player that he's up against, what he's reacting to in the game as well. It has just created a bit of a weird situation where he's kind of forced to sit back with what would normally be an aggressive build, an aggressive all-in play, and this is kind of what Mio does to you. And you think, I'm the player that has the all-in setup. Surely I'm gonna win out when it comes to these fights, and that's where Mio gets you. You're like, I'm 8-raxing, like I'm meant to win these fights, and he somehow just beats you with pure Ling, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, as we do see the double jump finally cleaning up some of this crease red on the right-hand side. It is going to be forced back. MeomaikA just now focusing on his army once again. He's droned up to 70, a decent drone count, all things considered, considering that it is MeomaikA, of course, that we're talking about, and now he's focusing on his Ling Bane Hydra. Soon, we'll have that bailing speed.
Yeah, I mean, he's got there bit by bit, but surely enough, and we do have those 1-1 upgrades plodding along. BabyMarine here doing a really good job clearing out the creep, but it is just a bit of a weird situation. He is kind of poking left, poking right, trying to see what damage he can get, but with how slowly MeomaikA is spreading himself out, it's pretty hard to find an opening here, and it's kind of hard to even understand if you need to.
Yeah, that's the thing. It almost feels as if MeomaikA probably wants BabyMarine to push into him. Like, MeomaikA's been just making more and more Ling Bane. He's got 26 more Lings in production right now. He's expecting a push. We do see a couple of Lings and Hydras being caught out, though, so MeomaikA is going to bleed out a bit as BabyMarine is moving out.
Yeah, this is going to be a nice angle for the pushdown here, especially if he can get the tank up onto the high ground, but looks like Mio's not going to give him any time to react. He's driving straight on top of this, and the tanks are in some serious trouble. The Marines get cleaned up very effectively. Some of those to the high ground are going to survive, but not the best trade here for BabyMarine.
Yeah, the tank count gets reset at the same time. We do have a bit of a double drop on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, it does get cleaned up, and MeomaikA is all over the place. He completely shuts this down.
Yeah, MeomaikA is swarming over the push, and this is what he does at best. He has this enormous army, so much bigger than you could think possible, and you think you finally found your timing, you're hitting your power spike, and he just overwhelms you exactly when you think you're strong. GG is called.
GG does get called, and BabyMarine, I believe this may even be the first time he's going up against MeomaikA. Welcome to the NA ladder. Oh my god.
So vindicating to watch people get MeomaikA.
Oh my god. GG. Well played. MeomaikA will take the first game, but as a reminder to everyone, the format is a little bit different here. It is a Team League format, the WTL format, and these players are going to be playing a best of 2.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to have another match. It's going to be 3 sets of those best of 2s, and there are ace matches if we need them. But MeomaikA already doing his job, taking out that, taking down BabyMarine. We're going to have to see if he can make that a 2-0 though.
Ooh, we'll see if he can. So I'm just trying to fix the scores here. There we go. The other added feature is that BabyMarine, it is going to be his map pick. So the first map was predetermined. It was, of course, Royal Blood, and now he can pick the staging ground. Now he has a little bit more of a say in how this game is going to turn out.
Yeah, exactly. So it might be the weird situation where he might even want to go for a bit of a larger map here, which is not normally what the Terran wants, but against a player like MeomaikA, you're never really sure what it is that you do want.
I hear you loud and clear. Altitude, mate. That's
maybe not altitude, but yeah, Grasspan. Grasspan's a great pick. I like that.
Yeah, it does make plenty of sense. Here we go. We are going to be filing on in here. Gressvan is the map of choice for BabyMarine. As you were saying, there's a bit of a longer rush distance. You have these bases that you can abuse. Some great tank positionings towards the center of the map. Yeah, not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, not bad. Definitely going to have to be careful how we approach this as well. Lots of very open spaces, which are not only good for Zerg, but amazing for Mio, because that's what he loves doing, is just surrounding you in huge open spaces. So BabyMarine definitely going to have to play more of a harass style. I wouldn't mind see him maybe play for a late game here. Just kind of sit back, turtle up, go into a higher SUV count, get a lot of orbitals, not do anything too crazy, just light harass here and there. But I don't know if all-inning is necessarily the play.
100%. I agree with you there. I expect, or I feel like he can find some success in a slower style, but here he is. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gresvan, we have the Italian Terran player representing Team Rotti. It is BabyMarine.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, representing Team Gosu, this is the Vietnamese MeomaikA.
Vamonos, papi. A titan, a terror of the region, not just the region, but looking to make an international splash as well. As once again, he goes for the pool first. How many lings this time? That's the question, if any.
8. I don't know. Can we talk about as well? Was it No, BabyMarine was always one of these players that's on the Rotti team. Wasn't on the Rotti team before, and they've come back now, right?
CuKu, that was CuKu.
Okay, yeah, he was in finales, right?
Yeah. There you go. So yes, we will be featuring CuKu later on in the evening. He will also be representing Team Rotti. It's going to be CuKu alongside Mixu as well. Mixu recently got picked up, which is I'm pretty excited for, because Mixu's been teamless for quite some time.
Oh, that's sick. That's really cool. I know they have like a good relationship as well, so it's nice to see, Mixu picked up by such a community-based team as well.
Yeah. Massive shout out to Team Rotti for supporting the European players. But here we go, and already a bit of the SU doesn't want the SU to leave. Up. My God.
Yeah, this is how you gain Mio's respect. You need to play these games with him. I'm a big fan of this.
Beautiful. What did I just watch?
He wants you to over micro things. He wants it. No. He wants you to be a worthy opponent. This is how Mio thinks. I'm telling you right now. He's disappointed if you don't play these dumb games with him.
You've cracked the code. You've gotten into the mind of MeomaikA, and here he's just kind of testing the resolve of BabyMarine. We saw once again going for the pool first. This time he does make a couple of lings, but literally only 2. But BabyMarine is not going to take the bait. He is moving out with his first Reaper.
Yeah, really great choice here to send the Reaper across the map, and he will be able to get a bit more of a heavy scout. I would like to see him dip into the main as well, but first he's just going to check around, see if there's any third bases being thrown down, try to get an idea of what's going on. But, with Mio, sometimes it's better not to know. You really can't read too much into what's going down.
Yeah, it may sometimes be better to just, don't overthink it, because you're going to hurt yourself more than even MeomaikA is going to hurt you. So, the Reaper is going to get into the main base. It looks like it should get sniped. Ooh, a little bit of friendly fire, but there we go. Reaper does go down. Before it did, though, it was able to at least confirm that no additional gases had been taken.
I don't think he saw the roach one.
He didn't.
MeomaikA throwing down this roach horn at a very offbeat timing. I mean, BabyMarine did already see that there was going to be no third base, that there was an inject at the natural as well, so it's going to make you a little bit suspicious. He sees that Mio didn't pull off gas either, I believe. At the same time, he's going to be going for a 3cc. I'm definitely a big fan of this. I think this is a much better idea than the 2cc opener. You can still get these Banshees out at a reasonable time, so he's still being safe overall, but he's also, not going to be kind of gimping his economy like he was last time. Mio, very nicely done here. Going to be splitting off those links so that he only shows 4, and that's going to allow him to get this run by in.
Yeah, here we go. The links are going to flood in towards the natural base, and SCVs are going to get picked off here. The Hellions completely out of position. On top of this, the links may even, yes, they do scout and confirm that Banshees are on the way as well.
Yeah, 5 SCVs going down. Mining completely denied the natural. Behind this, the roaches are coming in. The Hellions getting caught out on the map is disastrous here for BabyMarine, but he just needs to give up this natural. He has 3 CCs, he has 3 orbitals. He doesn't need to protect this.
Yeah, and here we go. He's throwing down a bunker. He's waiting here at his natural with his Banshees. Do we have a couple of Ravagers being morphed in? Do we have high ground vision? The Overlord is on its way towards the ramp, but before that happens, the Banshee is going to try and pick off a couple of these Ravagers. But MeomaikA is going to be able to avoid him.
He's so good at this. It's actually insane. It's such a good skill to have. All the little details that you can put into making these all-ins work. But here we go. The mines are on the ram. So two of these Ravagers going to be going down immediately. The depot has been taken out, and the Hellion's going to be trying to block the wall here. Oh, this is not the best micro here from Meo. He needs to keep these Lings alive.
Yeah, exactly. These Hellions are doing so much splash damage to these things. Finally, they're busting on through, and they're going to be able to get a surround on these Hellions, but they all get roasted.
Yeah, very solid hold here from BabyMarine. And MeomaikA, he is on 2 hatches. He has no third hatch coming. He's in a very awkward all-in position. And I mean, BabyMarine, he's got those 3 CCs. He's in a wonderful spot here.
Yeah, BabyMarine, he was able to hold without taking too many losses to his name. He's still ahead in the worker count as well. MeomaikA's responding by going for a lair. I'm curious if he's going to be following up here with a Spire, maybe with Mutaplay.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the standard thing to do, but I don't know if that's what MeomaikA would do.
I think Muta's the only thing you can do from here. I mean, he's taken out so many of the units, and this Ling Flood, again, at a very odd timing, is going to be getting a decent amount of damage. Takes out the Hellions, takes out some SEVs as well as some of these Marines, and it's so important to get your Marine count up in this position. Any Marines that Meo can take out just opens up the possibility for these Mutas to snowball.
It really does. Again, there's going to be that much less anti-air available for BabyMarine. We do see across map third base is thrown down. The lair is done. We have plenty of gas to work with. MeomaikA, does he throw down that Spire or does he do something else crazy? He cancels.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
I don't understand this. I just don't see how you can get back into the game.
Hey, what do you mean? The Hydras, they shoot up and down. They cracked, pup.
Yeah. As we do see a bit of a migration of Overlords here, and BabyMarine going to be cleaning these up. This is painful losses here for MeomaikA.
Yeah, 2 Overlords just went down and a 3rd Overlord as well. Ay. BabyMarine getting his third base on location. MeomaikA is struggling to recover here, but he is going to have that surprise factor. Again, like, I'm sure even BabyMarine is thinking in the back of his mind that Mutas should be on the way next.
Yeah, I mean, these Banshees are going to be able to dip in, get a scout. He's going to see this base. I'm guessing he probably thinks that's a 4th base. I'd be surprised. But yeah, that's just MeomaikA very, very heavily behind here. It's going to be so hard to get back into this one.
And here we go. The Banshees are... No, they don't go into the main base. They haven't seen the tech. They do see both Evo chambers upgrading, and they're going to be checking the 4th base location just in case and confirming that MeomaikA is just on 3.
Yeah, pretty solid scout all around there for BabyMarine. He's going to be pretty happy with his position at this stage, as we do see he's just getting that 1-1, pumping out the Marine tank, and looks like he is gearing up for a bit of a push as well. I do like this. He does want to put some pressure on, make sure that Meo is not getting away with any greed that he could go into some heavy all-in off the back of. That's probably the only way that BabyMarine loses here, is if Meo is very greedy for a bit and then goes into a big all-in.
Yeah, and unfortunately, those Overlords got cleaned up, and MeomaikA doesn't see this army coming until it's a little bit too late. BabyMarine is in his face. We have a couple of Hydras, a couple of Lings. Roaches are on the way as well, but it seems to be just be too late. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, these Hydras are actually working their way through the Marines quite effectively. But yeah. I just think there's just not enough here.
There's just literally barely not enough. This was almost a clutch hold by MeomaikA, but every Hydra goes down. These are expensive losses that he cannot afford. A couple of Roaches are trickling on in. MeomaikA should be able to clean this up, but we do have some reinforcements coming across the map.
Yeah, I mean, BabyMarine's economy is in a really good place right now. It's not going to be favorable for Meo to take these trades like this.
Yeah, as even more Roaches get picked off, and here we go. Here come the reinforcements. Another tank is going to show up. Unfortunately, we don't have any Ravagers to speak of, and BabyMarine is going to be able to push on forward. He focuses down another Hydra.
Well, this feels like a bit of an overextension. I'd like to see him pick up and get out of here.
Oh, God, and it looks like the tank is going to go down. We're trading Marines for Roaches.
Yeah, okay, not the worst trades there by BabyMarine, and we are going to be baiting out that mine as well. Just dancing back and forth doesn't set that one off, but yeah, Meo's economy is not in a place where he can get away with that. We can see that he's desperately trying to squeeze out a few drones here and there to try to keep himself in this game, but I mean, this is hard work. I mean, we have man with gun just charging on through. What are you going to do?
The man with gun pushes forward. GG gets called, and BabyMarine is gonna redeem himself and tie things up 1-1.
Yeah, very nicely done. Great adjustments there by BabyMarine. Just kind of playing his game, going into that 3cc, having the confidence in himself that he can hold if it is, in fact, an all-in, and held extremely well.
Oh, yeah. GG, well played. Congratulations to BabyMarine for tying things up, and it's a best of 2, so we will not get I would love an ace match. I would love an ace match so much between these two players, but they do the bare minimum for each other's teams. We have a 1-1 score in this team league match, and now, Asher, we are hopping on over into the land of Europe.
Oh. Alright, if I must.
Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. As I'm quickly going to try and set some things up here. But yes, our next matchup is going to be Maplez going up against CuKu.
Nice, there we go. So this is going to be a pretty exciting match as well. Maple's a very unusual stylistic Protoss. Has some wild stuff up his sleeve, and CuKu, honestly, in the same boat. It's going to be really interesting to see how each player wants to approach this, whether they want to be the player that is the defender or whether they're just going to see whose crazy build is the strongest.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing about Team Gosu's lineup, if we're going to be honest. And oh my god, I just realized what the name is for one of these players of this region. But that's the thing, right? Against MeomaikA, against Maplez, against Reaper, I feel like you want to be the slow defensive player, very similar to what we saw from BabyMarine in that last game. It just makes sense, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of TVPs with Maplez specifically where it's just absolute chaos. They're kind of both all inning each other. There's people taking corner bases, gold bases, you name it. I think we're going to be seeing a very unusual game here.
Let's go. And for those wondering, yes, Maplez on the European server is called Mape the Ape. It yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Oh my god.
It is his nickname.
You're like, he likes it, Poppy. He likes it. Oh god. So yeah, Maplez versus CuKu, not a matchup you see too often at all here. And Maplez, again, as you were saying, kind of like MeomaikA, he also has a very unorthodox approach to the game itself.
Yeah, and I mean he can play a bit more of a solid game as well, and I mean he has some strong micro too, and CuKu, he is a player that, at least the games that I've seen of him, he can be very cheesy. He has some very, very aggressive builds, some very early proxy racks aggression and things like that, or one base all-ins. He is a player that does like to use his micro, use his speed to just try to overwhelm people in the early game.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's all about getting that early game advantage, and we'll see if we can get that here as game 1. It's going to be played out on Babylon. That is going to be the map of choice, or the preset map here for our players. Oh, and this is going to be pretty important because, again, right now there's no clear lead in this matchup. You know, we're tied up 1-1 here. Who's going to be the first to kind of break that? Team Rotti or Team Gosu?
Exactly, and Babylon, I'm a little bit disappointed. There's no gold bases, so we'll have to wait to see if they pick Royal Blood or something like that for the next game. But yeah, there's still some weird stuff that's possible here. I think if there was any map for the Protoss to maybe take the defensive role, this might be a good one for it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. And here we go. You can hear the beeps. We are getting into our next best of 2. North America against Europe. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm really excited, especially because I haven't really seen too much from Maplez recently. Both Maplez and Reaper, I know they've been very active players, but we haven't had too many opportunities to see them in competitive play in these online tournaments.
You just need to watch Mix's stream a little bit.
Oh, true.
You see plenty of him. As here he is, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map for Team Gosu. This is Canada's Maplez.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponents. We have the Romanian Terran player representing Team Rotti. It is CuKu.
A nice logo. I like it.
It's very beautiful. Look at it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh. They even have little emotes for each of the players that are in the same style. It's really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I didn't know
with
that.
With their initials.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I'd
yeah,
have to.
You can see them in the chat. There's one there.
Oh.
There's a CuKu one. See you. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. That's really cool. That's really cool. Again, shout out to Team Rotti for personalizing his emotes a little bit for his team. And oh boy, we're gonna need to see those emotes here in the chat for CuKu to survive whatever the hell Maplez is going to throw at him. For the time being, you know, we do have actually a Rax Expand opener here from CuKu.
Yep, Rax Expand coming out from CuKu. Looks like it's going to be a pretty standard build coming from Maplez so far as well. Just going to get a little bit of a scout coming out on both sides here, but nothing too out of the ordinary just yet. And going for this early scout as well means we're probably not getting proxied. We're definitely not getting cannon rushed, so... I think the two players are looking to feel each other out a little bit here.
Man, you're gonna have to tell me because you tune into Migs more than I do. Has Maplez cannon rushed Migs?
I can't keep track of whether it's Maplez or Rocker that does. They're all the same. NA Protosses.
Shaking my head. Okay, all right. Well, now I'm ready for it. Okay, game 2. Let's go. For the time being, as you said, there is no Forge, no Cannon Rush, nothing too crazy out of either of our players so far.
Yeah, it looks pretty normal so far. We are just going to be getting a Stargate opener as well, so pretty standard stuff coming out from Maplez. And I definitely think this is a pretty solid map if you just want to play a Phoenix Colossus style. It's pretty choked up around the bases, so nice for defending.
Yeah, definitely. It does make plenty of sense as, the Reaper does get hunted down by Maplez.
Yeah, bit of a mistake there coming out from CuKu, just not quite paying attention to that Reaper there. And so he is going to be losing it. That means that this Adept can go straight across the map here, but the bunker is going to be finished in time. We are A-OK in that regard.
Yeah, bunker's done, CC is done as well. The depots, do get lifted up, and this setup is going to be a little bit annoying. It is going to be able to at least deny some mining time at the natural base for a little bit here. So this is going to be a bit of a thorn in CuKu's side.
Yeah, he does pop up as well, and he scouts a second Rax here, so he's going to have a bit more of an idea of what's going on here. He's going to know that it's probably not going to be a mine drop or Hellion drop or anything like that, so he can be a little bit more comfortable sending his Phoenix across the map.
Yeah, there we go. And speaking of, the first Phoenix is already out here for Maplez. As you said, doesn't have to worry about any kind of intense drop play coming his way. He can chill for the time being. As we see the follow-up from CuKu, he's just going to be playing this out safe, is working on that Cyclone. Didn't really scout the Stargate earlier, but off of a double Adept opener, makes plenty of sense for it to be a Stargate.
Yeah, and here we go. This has been a very popular opening for a while now. We've been seeing players like Oliveira, Beyond Mario, all favoring this kind of 3-rack setup with a delayed starport. Can be a little bit unsafe against things like DTs, but tends to match up quite well with any starport builds as well, Stargate builds.
Yeah, definitely. You know, there's plenty of NA to work with, plenty to defend these bases as well. As we do see CuKu moving out across map with his first Cyclone, a little bit of a risky move, to be honest, because it is exposing itself and the Phoenixes are going to be able to catch it. Ooh. Yeah,
there we go. That Cyclone straying very far from home, trying to be a bit cheeky there, and he's going to get punished for it. That Cyclone does go down, and that means that these Adepts going to be able to dip in for a scout as well.
And here we go, the Shade is dipping on in, is going to confirm the tank as it pops out, sees the Marine count as well, and this is already a really good start for Maplez. Not the biggest of starts, but it's your favorite, Papi. We have a Bay on the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be done. Yeah. It's got to be done. I think it makes a lot of sense on this map. It makes a lot of sense on ping as well. I definitely think if you're playing the cross-server game, Phoenix Colossus is a good choice here. And yeah, we're just going to be dipping around with these Phoenix, trying to get a full scout of what's going on. The anti-air a bit lacking now because we lost that Cyclone, so I like the choice to put a turret in the mineral line.
Yeah, there we go. The turret is going to be able to protect said mineral line for the time being. The Phoenixes are warded away. CuKu keeping up with those rotations quite nicely as the first Colossi is on the way. Again, we've talked about this at length before, but because of the Phoenix Colossus kind of duality, it's kind of difficult for CuKu to move out across the map to kind of apply too much pressure to try and avoid the map control that Maplez has.
Yeah, I mean, Marines, good against Phoenix. Colossus, unalive Marines. So it works pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Thanks.
God, as the third CC is thrown down here from CuKu, so I'm not going to be seeing any kind of 2-base shenanigans. Oh, as I say that, it is going to be delayed a little bit here by those Phoenixes.
Cheeky. They are going to be dipping in, taking out that SEV, just that classic Phoenix tax. Not going to be too big a deal on either side, as we do see yeah, Maple's just setting up that third. It's a bit of a delayed third, of course, with the Phoenix Colossus, and just everything in general is a little bit set back, but the Terran, it's going to be hard for them to find a timing anytime soon.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we have to wait for upgrades. We have to wait for a decent amount of units to actually contest against the Phoenixes before we can move out safely. And even then, it may just be to take a third base. The map control given to Maplez is quite huge. We do see a scan just to confirm the production, confirm the tech.
Yeah, there we go. Just going to be poking around back and forth. And looks like this observer hasn't been spotted yet either. So that's getting him a lot of information here.
Really has been. Maplez has been really adept at just like repositioning the observer from time to time, just sieging it up as well, just to get whatever information he can to make sure he's able to catch any kind of move out from CuKu.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's threatening the medevacs as well, but all really nicely placed mines there are going to be taking out one of those Phoenix.
Yeah, very nicely done. Not just one, by the way, 2 Phoenixes went down to the double mines, so very nice from CuKu.
Yeah, good stuff there. We're going to be sneaking out a drop. I love this as well. Can be really nice just to send out small bits of harass, whether it be a lib or a mine drop or a single drop when you're playing against Phoenix, just because your main army will draw them out of position, and often they don't have the stalkers in position like they normally would.
Oh my god, and there we go. We finally have the observer getting sniped as well. Took 2 scans, but at least it does go down. Ooh, now CuKu's going to, again, be able to rest a little bit easy when it comes to trying to sneak these drops out. The first drop still has not been spotted. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, as we do see the fourth is being set up. The Phoenix is continuing to be a thorn in CuKu's side, just poking around all over the place, seeing what they can pick off, getting that full scout of everything that's going on. They are going to be seeing that third being established here by CuKu, but here we go. The drop is in position. Like we were saying as well, no stalkers there. You rely so much on the Phoenix being in position and catching these things out that even a small harassment force here like this can be quite annoying.
Definitely, but as he does go in, it looks like the cannons and shield batteries finish up just in time. He does give a lot of respect to those zealots, but this gives a bit of freedom here for CuKu because the Phoenixes turned around, they went back home, and this does give him an opening. Yeah,
CuKu's starting to establish some map control. Looks like he is going to be able to get a cancel here on this 4th base.
Oh yeah, there we go, and that is a kill, not a cancel. Bit of a mistake there from Maplez.
Yes, certainly, and also bleeding out quite a few of these zealots, but here we go. We have the 3 Colossus, we have the Immortal, we have the Phoenix as well. Maple smells a bit of blood in the water, wants to get some counter pressure going, but yeah, it just looks like he's a little bit too bruised to do anything too crazy right now.
Yeah, you were talking about it before, maybe the ping coming into play there for Maple is just unable to cancel in time, and yeah, as a result, CuKu, you know, he has been able to just assert himself a little bit here. He does back off, doesn't want to overextend, you know, is at least respecting that Colossus count.
Yeah, that's a really nice pick off for CuKu, though. Keeps most of his supply together, too, so he's going to be able to continue into a little bit more of a standard game. I mean, you don't want to be going for any crazy attacks when you're up against Phoenix Colossus, just because it is hard to escape with the Phoenix chasing you down. So you want to be absolutely sure before you fully commit. And yeah, we're just going to be seeing Maplez once again getting a little bit of extra scouting and poking around, but the map vision is lacking a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, as the Phoenixes actually do wander within Sensor Tower range, and CuKu is going to be able to rotate over to meet that. As you were saying, we only have one observer here for Maples. The Phoenix is trying to find a way in, but oh, they do take a couple of hits.
Yeah, the Vikings going to be shooing that away. We do have a bit of a Zealot run by set up for whenever CuKu does decide to move out here, and we are going to be seeing as well just the Colossus count getting switched now into Disruptors. We have a second Robo coming down. We have Blink on the way, and this Disruptor transition, if we can get into it, is going to kind of reset the timing of CuKu. CuKu has this window with Ghosts and Vikings where he can make something happen, but as soon as those Disruptors come out, he's going to have to wait once again for libs.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a bit of a window here for Maples once he has those Disruptors. So for the time being, he only has one already. One of these Colossi taking a lot of hits. It is going to go down.
Wow, really nice pick off there from CuKu, just sneaking in there and getting that. And this bunker as well is beautifully placed. That deals so cleanly with that Zealot run by.
Yeah, as that run by does 0 damage whatsoever. From 3 Colossi, we go down to 2. We do have 2 Robos now, so I mean, it isn't going to take too long for Maples to rebuild and reallocate his resources there. But yeah, very nice pick-off once again from CuKu.
Yeah, CuKu getting that map control, getting that pick off is going to just sit back a bit more, get that 4CC up and running, and Maples for his own part. He's getting his 5th Nexus here, getting those Disruptors, opening up the rocks, trying to open up the map to himself, and I think he might want to look to get on the aggressive himself quite soon here. And man, there's, like we were saying, there's not that much map vision there for Maples. There's not that much for CuKu either, and I think he could get in a little bit of trouble if he doesn't start putting a bit of pressure on, and looks like that's exactly what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, he moves out, but as he moves out, the Observer sees everything, so Maples is going to be able to get into position. We do see the Disruptors going off. 3 of them go off for 1 Marauder.
He's going for the he's not looking puppy maneuver, and CuKu, very intelligent there, realizes that he's being spotted, so goes back and takes out that Observer.
Oh yeah, the Observer does go down, but this is what I was kind of worried about here. Disruptors are good. Oh, it's another unit does get picked off. But on ping, I don't know if that's the wisest of choices here, like especially for 3 Novas to go off at once. I feel like that may have come into play.
Yeah, that was a great little pick off for the Observer there once again. So CuKu going to be able to keep Maples in the dark, and that's exactly what's going on here. It's a little bit difficult for Maples to work out exactly what CuKu's doing, and that can make it so tough as a Protoss when you just don't know where this army is. You know you need to be defending and in position. You're just kind of pinned back.
Exactly, he's trying to find where the army is. There we go, he does finally get eyes on at least the Vikings. Is going to rotate over to keep up with the army of CuKu. Pushing up this ramp is going to be a bit of a tough ask, but CuKu is just kind of posturing to make sure he's able to defend and protect this 4th.
Yeah, and the 4th is up and running. Both players here are maxed out, and looks like CuKu wants to take a fight here.
Oh, and here we go, Novas are going to be going up the splits. We're okay, but he does take a couple of Novas to the face.
Yes, but it's not quite there. Looks like Maple's going to be pulling back to the high ground here, but he loses both Colossus, and this is where things can start to get pretty awkward, as he is lacking a lot in the splash damage. He has the Archons, he has the Disruptors, but not much else.
Speaking of where exactly are those Disruptors, here we go, they're flanking from the south, but CuKu is aware he will back off. He will not lose too much. He does lose a medevac in the retreat, but without Colossi, it's going to be difficult. Here come the Disruptors.
Oh, yeah, he is looking to pin him back into the corner here, but CuKu more than ready for that. Very aware there is going to be able to get this army out of the corner. It is pretty battered and bruised, though. He doesn't want to be taking a fight here, and great offensive blink by Maples. The killer instinct there was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. This army pretty heavily overstimmed as well. CuKu is going to be pushing on forward. He does pick off the Archon and doesn't get punished for it. He will be able to back off, and Maples doesn't pursue. He's actually transitioning into DTs. He's got Blink on the way as well.
Yeah, Mass DTs with a Blink, so he can start to set up a bit of a multi-prong attack. Hit one side, Blink into the base with the other side. Behind this, that 5th is up and running, fully probed, and he is just establishing that map control. But this army, not the best looking army here. I would like to see him maybe wait for some more Disruptors before he gets too aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing I'm surprised about is that we don't really have any Hide Templar. We don't have any Storm either. We're literally only relying on Purification Novas as the splash damage here for the Protoss.
Yeah, behind this we do have an air transition on the way, but for the moment, just going to be coming down to the micro, whether he can land the Disruptors, whether CuKu CuKu's able to dodge them, and yeah, very nice pre-split there.
Yeah, very nice pre-split. 1 Nova does finally connect, but now the disruptors are exposed.
Yeah, the disruptor's very exposed. 4 of them going down for free. That is a disaster there. They're very expensive, and they take up a lot of that build time, so you really don't want to be losing them so easily. And yeah, looks like maybe he was just a little bit distracted by his own DT run by here. 9 SCVs, sorry, do go down, but I'm not sure if that's quite enough to make up for how many disruptors he lost.
Yeah, exactly. So many went down, and now that means that Maplez is that much more vulnerable to a counterattack, and he needs to buy time right now because he's going for that Sky Toss transition. +1 air attack is on the way. We have additional Stargates being thrown down, but he needs time if he really wants to make that happen.
Yeah, the Sky Toss transition going to be crucial against the Liberators as they start to come out, and CuKu is well and truly into his Liberator transition.
Exactly, 3 Liberators being produced at a time here for CuKu. That means that this ground toss based army just isn't really long for this world. He slims on forward once again.
Yeah, big EMPs going down on all of the army of Maplez. Definitely going to have to be careful here. Doesn't want to expose these disruptors again, and that's all 4 that have been shot out. So this army's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, exactly. No more purification Novas left. Oh, but we have a 3rd. Nobody gets targeted down.
Oh my goodness. CuKu with no fear jumps right on top of that despite it being under the batteries. Looks like the shield overcharge was just a little bit too slow. He snipes it down before it can get the shot off. Beautiful splits coming out there, but we are overstaying a little bit. We do have to get out of there. The army is mostly landed Vikings at this stage.
It really is not the most ideal army here for CuKu. He is forced back once again. Maplez, what's important is that he holds onto his economy. He has been kind of a little bit careless with his disruptors. He has been losing a lot of them over the course of this game, but his economy is still standing strong. He still has a standing arm, and he's looking to maybe try and catch CuKu.
Yeah, this is a crucial moment here. If CuKu can get this 5th secured and up and running, he's going to be in a great spot here, but he is in a little bit of a transitionary period here as he starts to get into those libs, as he does get this 5th up and running, where he could be in a little bit of trouble. And yeah, Maple's going to be jumping right on top of this right now, and we are wandering pretty far into those liberation zones. Got to be careful not to lose the disruptors for free here.
Yeah, a little bit of friendly fire there. The planetary stands strong, and it looks like Maplez is being forced back. At the same time, though, the DTs actually get the 4th base.
Nice. So we do get a good amount of damage. 12 ACVs go down. The 4th base is going to be going down as well. We have an orbital being floated out to take that, but not going to be a PF. So that is a future source of maybe an opening here. But Maple's not the most efficient with his army on the left.
Yeah, exactly. He's dealing damage, but he's also taking a lot of damage as well. We just see him try to go for a bit of a zealot run by. He does get eyes on the army positioning. He's going to rotate over as well, and CuKu wants to apply pressure to this right-hand side base.
Yeah, these Liberators control the skies right now. They control where Maplez can be, but Maplez has gone into this mass stalker composition. He can't really do too much without the splash damage supporting him, but there we go. The disruptors have it thrown up now. He really needs to snipe out these Liberators. If the target fire comes down from CuKu, he could be losing these disruptors very quickly.
Oh my god, exactly. And 1 Nova finally does connect, but once again in the retreat, more disruptors are getting picked off at the same time. A massive DT run by. Is it going to be enough? Can he get the planetary? One more swipe, he gets it.
There we go. The planetary does go down. Those SCVs standing around with their important things in their hands. They don't really have anything left to do. And every single disruptor goes down without firing. That is a disaster for Maplez. You've got to hold on to those. That's why I really don't like that flanking disruptor move as the game goes on.
Yeah, exactly. And once again, it's one of those moments where, hey, Maplez, he gets a base. That's pretty good, right? But he also lost 4 more disruptors. I'm a little bit afraid to looking at the units lost tab. We have lost 15 disruptors have gone down this game, and we've maybe gotten like 2 or 3 really good connections. Like it just hasn't really been working out here for Maplez.
Yeah, the disruptors have just been straying a bit too far from the army. Maybe a bit too much complacency coming out from that practice on the NA ladder, getting used to people not watching. But CuKu has been all over it this game. He's been keeping a close eye on his army, not getting caught out by those flanking disruptors, and Maple's definitely going to have to be a little bit more careful to protect those.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of, we have another bit of an engagement here from both players. Another great split here from CuKu, able to avoid those purification novas, and we still don't have that Sky Toss transition. We have a couple of upgrades, but we haven't started making any of those carriers.
This is a really scary moment for Maplez. This Terran army looks extremely strong here. The Disruptors are exposed once again. Oh. They're all alone.
Oh my god, they are all alone. 2 more Disruptors get picked up. We have a flanking Disruptor, and it does find a connection. Is that going to be enough?
Yeah, good connection, but now we're trying to break these Liberators. EMPs go down on the Archons. They get absolutely melted by the Libs, and the Protoss army is just evaporating. The Novas go down on his own Zealots here, but the DT is going to be able to clean things up, and a nice little blink there to catch that medevac as it lives.
Hey, let's be real here. It's been the DTs that have been the MVPs for Maplez this game.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's the harassment, whether it's the flanking DTs as well, it's keeping him in this. He goes for a counterattack. Has to be careful not to overextend as he's working with basically pure Stalker. But here we go. 3 more Disruptors are trickling on in. They are ready for another fight.
Maplez, true to his name, has been going for the he's not looking maneuver all game long.
He's looking though, puppy. He's always looking.
He is. This is what I say. The he's not looking maneuver. It's not good.
It only works if they're not looking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Another EMP. Novas go off this time. Again, they do connect.
Yeah, good connections. That was a very aggressive blink, but manages to cover himself with those disruption Novas. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be looking for another angle here as CuKu. Very close neck and neck game. Things are starting to look a little bit scary for the Terran, though. His economy has been battered and bruised. Disruption Novas coming out once again. They are going to be able to give him the space that he needs to take out the Libs, but once again taking out his own Zealots there. Zealots and Disruptors are not the most synergistic units at times.
Yeah, my heart bleeds so much for the Zealots and Disruptors of Maplez. If there's something something wrong about that combination, as we see CuKu dancing with the army at the same time, though. It looks like 8 more SCVs went down. You touched on it. I noticed it as well. CuKu's economy isn't really too healthy right now. He has been bleeding out and he hasn't been replacing his dead SCVs.
Yeah, that combination not working out too well for him. That boy ain't right.
As the armies do dance with each other here, a bit of a Widowmine. Waddleby does get a couple of probes on the right-hand base as well, so Maplez also losing some workers, but his probe count looking quite healthy here at 83. I'm very impressed with how he's been able to replace what he's been losing.
Yeah, importantly for CuKu as well. The disruptors. They're exposed once again. This is not it. Every single disruption Nova is going to be sent out, and we have some decent connections, but man, CuKu, absolute balls of steel there, just jumping on top of the opening with no fear whatsoever. And he has gotten that the disruptor count down to almost 0 here. Just 2 more reinforcing disruptors there.
Hey, you know what it is? It's CuKu's doing that he's not looking. It's like, he's not looking for me. He just dive on top of the disruptors, and hey, it's been working. It has been working for him instead. As you do see Maplez pushing on forward, trying to catch this army unattended.
Yeah, so it's going to be sent out. Good kiting here coming out from CuKu. The aggressive blink from Maple is very important, but all that buffer in the Zealots is gone now, so he's going to have to back off that poor Zealot. He's going to get it.
Feels bad, man. Not like this, as CuKu is desperately trying to expand and take another one of these bases, but Maplez is unrelenting once again, just knocking on the front door. Will back off for the time being, just focusing on replenishing his disruptors and his Zealots, which I don't know if it's even worth warping in these Zealots at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess while the disruptor count is a little bit lower, he does need that mid shield, but there we go. CuKu, he has found an opening once again. This recall is not it. That's not going to work out, as we do see that Nexus going down. That was a pretty key Nexus there for Maplez. We do see him going into Storm now. I like that he's diversifying his splash. I think that's going to be very important here. But yeah, this setup as well for CuKu. The 2 mines in the Liberator, that's such a good anti-DT squad that's been working so well for him.
Oh my god, we almost have a surrounding setup here. Every single disruptor goes down once again, and Maplez just found himself in a really difficult place. At the same time, though, another DT run by. This time it doesn't get the planetary.
Yeah, we have turrets everywhere. We've got the double Liberator here. CuKu has found that comfortable setup here where we are not going to be breaking these bases with DT blink-ins, and that puts CuKu in a wonderful spot here. It feels like he's finally done it. He's just been on the on the brink this whole game, taking such fantastic trades, dodging every single Nova, just holding his breath, dodging all this splash damage, and looks like he's almost finally done it here.
He's holding on to everything for dear life, Papi, and as you said, he has the momentum. He stims on forward. Finally, there's no disruptor shots remaining here for Maples, and it looks like CuKu may have finally broken the Canadian Protoss.
Yeah, CuKu is breaking on through here. Pretty scary angle for that disruptor once again, but CuKu with a vengeance charging up that natural now. Going to be taking out everything in his wake.
Oh my god, another Nova does finally connect. And even if this army gets cleaned up, I mean, CuKu's going to be losing a lot here. He may even be losing his medevacs.
Yeah, looks like he is going to get the medevacs out of there, make sure that they're safe. Really good move there, saves all of them. That's definitely more important than the bio in this situation, and he does maintain his lead.
Yeah, he does maintain that lead, but Maples is still in this. He's still fighting for dear life. How many disruptors do we have? 0 disruptors. The army, this is the standing army, essentially. We have 8 stalkers and 3 zealots.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he's out on the map with this army, but there we go. The Stalker's going to be getting picked off here, and looks like CuKu just going to be rallying straight through the center of the map. He has the Liberator support. Very difficult for the Protoss to deal with those in smaller numbers. GG is called, and CuKu in a wild, wild TBP takes the win.
GG, well played. Congratulations to CuKu for taking the first game. A very long game, very chaotic. A lot happened there, Asher. A lot happened. I don't know what I just witnessed.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Very nicely played by CuKu.
Oh god, yeah, very nicely played overall. He was able to eventually overcome and overwhelm what is the North American Protoss ladder experience. And we are going to be heading back over to the land of America.
America!
It's very apt for this Team League match, very apt, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see what he's going to be able to do with that ping advantage as well. Maybe we're going to be seeing something a little bit different, something a bit more aggressive rather than the Phoenix Colossus.
Oh, I thought you were going to say maybe this time CuKu won't be looking. Oh, God. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. As we are heading back on over to the land of the Americas, it is going to be the home field advantage for Maples this time, and it is also going to be his map of choice.
Yeah, exactly. So looks like things are going to be, slightly skewed in his favor when it comes to trying to take out this second map. But at least for CuKu, I feel like he's probably gotten a very good feel for how Maples plays from that first game. And it's going to be on Maples to try to switch things up a little bit, because I think if we see him go for the same strategy here, it's going to go a lot worse now that CuKu's gotten a feel for it.
100%, and I think CuKu, he has to be careful not to fall into that trap, right? Because you're like, maybe he's got a feel for how he plays. Well, this is only one way that Maples plays. How does he play? He apes it up, and there are multiple facets to aping it up. There's different ways. There's different. You got the bonobo, you got the. It's quite versatile.
I don't want to throw you under the bus here, but is that the most monkeys you can name?
I mean, I didn't want to go too far, Bobby. Look, I recently watched Planet of the Apes. All right, the apes are on the mind right now. Oh my god!
I don't know anything about it, but who's your favorite ape?
Who's my favorite ape?
Yeah, are they the bad guys?
They're set as the good guys. They're set as the good guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Caesar's pretty. He's pretty nice. I like Caesar.
Who?
Oh, never mind.
Caesar. He's like the main one, right?
Yeah, he's the main one.
He's the one that kind of like makes them all rise up.
Yeah. Apes together strong, Papi. There you go.
Yeah. Could be you, like.
That's me, Papi. That's me. Oh, God.
You're like brothers. We must not be held back by our pants any longer.
It's beautiful, Papi. It's beautiful. As we are going to be getting ready for our next match, and we have our map of choice. Looks like it is going to be on Dragon Scales.
Okay, I do like this. Bit more of an open map, bit more space to work. This can be a nice map for the Protoss in TVP, where you can be setting up these massive attacks over towards the third of the Terran, run buying the fourth. There's a lot of different angles to cover, and they're all quite wide open where you're going to be taking the fight.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And, oh, I was in the middle of making the lobby, but the lobby has been made. We are going to be filing on in here. Going to be loading into the US East server.
Mm-hmm.
I was just making sure you didn't have it blocked. So it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, I would, I'm hoping to see maybe from Maplez a bit more of that Gate Ape style. Maybe some mass charge lot into Storm, that kind of thing. Mass charge lot into Storm, into Colossus. Can be a very good way to play on these big open maps. And I do think as well on that last map, it was just a bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to get into that air transition, because I feel like he was in a... It would have matched up very well with the army if he ever had the room to do so, but CuKu just did such a good job of always putting pressure on all over the map.
I hear what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're throwing down, Asher, and what you're saying is that if Maplez had only just taken better care of his disruptors, he probably would have had the freedom to actually transition into Skytoss.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure he made like around 30 disruptors that game. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Ape's gonna ape. As we do see in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing for Team Gosu, it is the Canadian Protoss in the yellow. This is Maplez.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have his opponent. We have the Romanian Terran player representing Team Rotti. It is CuKu. Alright, here we go. Maplez has that home ground kind of buff going for him this time. We cannot we can't make the excuses of ping. Not anymore. Not for Maplez at least.
Mm-hmm. No more coping. As we do see this probe going to be checking around for proxies. I do think this is a nice choice as well. Knowing, yeah, CuKu upper map. I wouldn't put it past him at all to throw down a bit of a cheeky proxy. I don't think that would be a bad choice.
Yeah, definitely. You know, especially because it's a best of two, it wouldn't be too bad to mix that into a series. Likewise, I'm a little bit disappointed. You know, you kind of teased me earlier. You seduced me, Bappy, but there's no forge. Oh.
I mean, I'm trying to remember. I actually know which maps are good for Cannon Rush now because I did so much preparation for it. Royal Blood has some really nasty spots, but I don't think Dragon Scales is too scary for it.
Okay. Good to know. Royal Blood is the map to look out for if we ever end up there, if we ever follow more of these Team Gosu series. As for the time being, things looking relatively standard. Once again, CuKu going for a Rex expand here against Maplez.
Yeah, there you go. Maplez as well going to be sneaking this probe around. This is a really nice move. It dodges out the Reaper, and then once the Reaper is gone, he's going to send that in to harass this SEV that's working on the CC. So good stuff from Maplez. Knows his timings well.
Yeah, he's going to be able to dip on in and force a delay on this CC. Reaper, of course, doesn't turn around, is zooming across the map. Did go for an SCV scout earlier, just to make sure that nothing was amiss.
Oh, the Marine's going to be taking out that probe, so no more delay here on the CC. And Maplez just sending his Adept straight across the map. The battery doesn't quite finish in time. 2 probes going to be going down.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, one of them was the harassing probe, but regardless, CuKu does find some damage. Meanwhile, the Adept is racing across the map, desperately trying to get here before any of these buildings do finish. He's trying to get on top of this Marine, and does get it.
Yeah, it does finish the shade though, so he's not going to be able to take out that bunker building SEV. Looks like the bunker is going to be finished. Everything's going to be dipping back into there, but nice delay on the CC, so not a bad move here to send this Adept straight across the map, and we do have a second Adept now.
Yeah, here we go. The second Adept will join up with the first, and now as a result, CuKu is stuck on 1 base. The Marine went down earlier. We have 2 more coming up, but 2 Marines and a Reaper. We're going to need a little bit more to deal with this. The Hellion is coming out as well.
Yeah, looks like CuKu not quite comfortable with what he's got here yet. We are just seeing as well the shades being sent out, keeping an eye on everything that's going on here. But there we go. CuKu going to be pulling the trigger, going to be sending all of these units in. Maple's going to be taking out the Marines for the guaranteed damage. Does get the Reaper as well, so nicely done there, but going to be getting out of there. Does lose this Adept anyway, so maybe... Yeah, a bit of indecisiveness. I wonder if he should have gone over the SCV.
Yeah, maybe should have gone for the SCV. He did get one, but he didn't get the other. And now he commits to the Shade as well. With this, it looks like he's going to be able to get another Marine, and in comes the Oracle.
Yeah, there we go. Oracle is going to be dipping in. That means that a couple of these SCVs are going to be going down before they can get to the bunker. Has to watch out. The mine has been repositioned there. Very crafty stuff coming out from CuKu. I like it.
Does burrow there with that mine. Looks like Maplez is going to be forced back finally, and finally CuKu is going to be able to take control of his own natural base, but Maplez isn't done. He goes for the proxy.
Yeah, nice. This is actually a strategy that I believe this is exactly what Hero did against Oliveira on this map when they played. Went for the Oracle into 4-gate blink, and this is something that was a lot more popular with players like, I think Zest was doing this very, very often just before he went to the military. And it's something that can catch you off guard, especially showing that Phoenix. The player you're up against might not really want to make tanks, but looks like we are having a tank coming out here. He is going to be keeping himself safe.
Yeah, tank is on the way for the time being. We've got some Vikings coming out as well to just help against Phoenixes, against those Oracles. Unfortunately, CuKu doesn't have too much scanning information right now. He doesn't know about the 4th gateway finishing up for Maplez. He doesn't know how committed Maplez is about to be.
Yeah. It's interesting that he's starting another tank. Possibly he's made the read based on the fact that there's only one Oracle. And he is just pumping out Marines as well. He's going to be skipping out his upgrades just to ensure that he can get a high Marine count. This is a very interesting response.
Yeah, very safe play coming out from CuKu overall. He's going to have a lot of units to work with. Well, Maplez has to be careful not to take that Widowmine shot to the face. We are lacking a little bit in bunkers, so CuKu again isn't fully aware of what's going on, as we have a revelation and the Widowmine is going to get focused down.
Yeah, but there we go. A bit of damage going down on that Phoenix. That is a very heavily bruised Phoenix. We are seeing as well the second tank comes out for CuKu, so he is going to be pretty safe at the front here with that good Marine count as well. But the Oracles can just throw down a constant revelation to keep an eye on what's going on. And I love this as well from Maplez. Going to be throwing down a 3rd base and getting charged behind this. Recognizes that his opponent is trapped back on those 2 bases. And if Maplez doesn't lose these Stalkers here and just kind of keeps this contained, those charge ults are going to be terrifying because there's no stim timing.
Yeah, and speaking of, he does blink into the main base. The tank in the main is going to be going down, a Viking as well, and now he's going toe-to-toe against these Marines. Has to be careful though, bearing in mind these are vanilla Marines, they don't have stim.
Yeah, and I mean, this is all permanent damage that's going down, but he has to be careful not to lose Stalkers here. Very important to keep those alive. And behind this, we do see CuKu finally getting into that stim, getting into that combat shields, but this is going to be pretty scary for him. We have 4 more gates going down. Charge is going to be finished well before stim is finished, and he is finding himself in a very awkward position here. We see 2 more Raxes going down. I believe that's before the 3rd CC as well, so I'm kind of curious what exactly the plan is for CuKu here.
Yeah, exactly. You know, is he planning to go a little bit all in himself? Meanwhile, that was actually a really cheeky move from Maplez, forcing a little bit of friendly fire there on the army of CuKu. And as you were saying, really nice kind of decision making from Maplez as well, recognizing the defensive position of CuKu and transitioning as well into a bit of a later, stronger timing.
I think there might be a bit of nervousness from CuKu as well. He was on 33 SEVs and not making workers for quite a long time now.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he already had a bit of a slow economic start to begin with, and things are looking a little bit harder and harder for him. I mean, I understand it's a pretty high intense situation right now. He's working with very limited information as to what the hell Maplez is up to. Sim is finally going to finish up, so he will be able to assert himself on the map.
Yeah, gonna have to be really careful with these Stalkers here, but we do have, yeah, the first double drop going to be sent out across the map, and for Maplez, it's going to be really important that he starts to build up a charge lock count before this heads out. He does spot here that the push is starting to arrive, and I love this move here from CuKu. He is going to be dropping a little bit out of range so that he can force the blink from the Stalkers, and then go for the surround, but it looks like he's caught out, but Maplez is not watching.
He's not looking. Meanwhile, that was so unfortunate. The stasis trap actually misses the main army as well. CuKu is pushing out across the map. He's got his 3 tanks. He's got Stim. He's got combat shields as well. Do we have Storm? No, we do not. We do have a decent amount of chargelets though.
Yeah, not the biggest army here from Maplez, but he can buy himself a little bit of time, and these Archons are going to be crucial for him.
They really are, but Maplez maybe going in a little bit prematurely. I don't know about this.
Yeah, why are we fighting this? We have the shield battery overcharge. We just strayed so far from that and bled off almost all of the gateway units.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We don't really have any charge to spare. We need to wait for another warp in, but some of these gateways are being targeted down. And CuKu, he's going to be able to push on forward here. He's hitting his timing.
Yeah, he is going to be poking on in. These Archon's taking a lot of damage from the tanks. First Archon goes down. Second one pretty heavily bruised here. There it goes. It goes down, and CuKu going to be overwhelming with a critical massive bio here.
Yeah, exactly. Do you see the Stalkers blink on forward? They're going to be able to... No, they don't even get a single tank.
Yeah, it does look like CuKu is just about doing it. The army very overstimmed, but every single Archon has been taken out, so not a huge concern for him here.
Yeah, exactly. Now he just stims on forward. There's nothing remaining. G gets called, and CuKu takes the series 2-0.
GG. Nicely done by CuKu. Beautiful timing there. And he takes down Maplez.
Oh my god. GG. And yeah, with that, Team Rotti are going to be taking a nice lead in this series. As I quickly just update this, as a reminder as well, seems there are some people asking about the overall format as well. Of course, it's WTL format. It's not the most clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a best of 7 overall with best of 2s in between all the players here. So Team Rotti do take a nice lead overall. Yeah, nice 2-0 here for CuKu against Maplez.
Yeah, definitely. A pretty clutch series there, and that does take a lot of the pressure off this last series. Just going to have to win one of those games to take out the win here.
Oh yeah, uno mas, mate, uno mas. The last matchup is going to be Reaper versus Mixu, a ZVZ.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So, Mixu probably traditionally the stronger player of the two, but that's never really been something to stop Reaper. He has some very crafty all-ins that can catch anyone off guard.
Oh, definitely. Reaper is probably the cheesiest and the most aggressive American Zerg player out there. He's kind of known for his nonsense, and he can really punch up at times because of how aggressive he is. I know he's had some pretty impressive results in the past, so we'll see how we go here as we are once again going back over to the land of Europe.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Maybe you can learn some Reaper builds. And it's ZVZ. We know you do cheesy stuff in ZVZ. You've never made drones in your life, like. Not even once.
Never, Poppy, never. You're exposing me.
You're already exposed.
Hold on. I'm just trying to set something up here. What is it called? Browser score. As I'm trying to set up a bit of a graphic in game, because again, just to clear some things up when it comes to how the score is going and how the match is going as well.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. I mean, it's 3-1.
Is it? It's
Team Rotti through.
It's kind of 3-1. It's 3-1 map score wise.
Yeah.
But it's 2-1 overall. Wait, it's a little bit confusing. It's
What?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it. What are you trying to say to me? No, it's 3-1, right? Like if Rotti wins, if Team Rotti wins another game, then they win the matchup.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
So if we're not mistaken, I believe Mixu needs to win one more game, but I don't know if they've
been mistaken before.
No, I was gonna say I don't know if they still have to play out the entire best of 2, regardless. Just for like overall score and stuff. I'm not too sure about that.
I don't think so. Although actually, looks like this other game they've played 5-0.
Yeah,
that's a lot of games.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure like you play all the matches regardless. Like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like the main season of WTL. Like we did the same.
Yeah. More StarCraft.
More StarCraft, Poppy, as we're going to be getting ready here. Then we go creating the lobby as well. Game 1 is going to be on altitude.
Altitude. What happens on a ZVZ altitude? I don't think it really. The map probably doesn't really change much, does it?
I mean, I think it does actually. Are
we going to be seeing some 3-point style spore lurker camping?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's possible if we get. I don't think we're gonna go that long. I'll be honest. Oh my god. But yeah, we are just gonna be getting ready here for our next game. It looks like Rotterdam is gonna be joining us. I guess Team Basilisks. He was casting their series, and I guess they must have finished. And because they have finished, I guess Rotti is gonna be joining us as well.
Yep, that checks out.
Beautiful. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be waiting here for a little bit to see if he is indeed on his way. Because we don't wanna start without him if that is the case. And yeah, so a lot of the pressure here is gonna be on Reaper. A lot of pressure on Reaper to get a 2-0 to force the ace match in this team league match.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, Reaper, if anyone can do it, he's the man with the builds. I'm sure he's got a few sneaky builds in ZBZ, and it can be a very tough matchup just to kind of keep tabs on everything that's going on. And I definitely think with the style that Mixu plays, he's going to be looking to be the defensive player. I would expect to see him, trying to be very careful, stay on top of his scouting, and let Reaper play into him. That's kind of how I've seen him play in the other matchups anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Like, so now that I can just focus on what we're talking about and not messing up with all these scores. The thing about Reaper especially, oh my god, shaking my head. So before that, I just realized that apparently Rotterdam is still casting Basilisk match. And they're asking for us to hold for them. Shake. Okay, no, he's coming. Okay, we're good. But the thing about Reaper is that because of how aggressive he is, it's pretty unlucky that we're on altitude actually. Like the rush distance is so much longer, it's gonna be that much easier to kind of scout any kind of drone coming across the map, or if he tries to avoid the scouting overlords, like it's gonna take that much longer as well. Like this is gonna be a good start for Mixu.
Yeah, I definitely think this is the kind of map that you want to be feeling things out on. So that's definitely going to help him out here.
Oh boy, exactly. And here we go. Rotterdam has finally shown up. Seems like the Basilisk series did finish, and now we are getting into this fresh best of 2 between Reaper and Mixu.
I really haven't seen that much of altitude. I try to avoid it at all costs, but at least when I'm casting it, it's not too bad to look at.
Yeah, I mean, mate, Terran win all the time on altitude.
You're a clown.
What are you?
Maybe in TVT.
Shaking.
I've seen some pretty smoked TVCs on altitude. But none of that now, as spawning here in the top right-hand corner of the map, playing for Team Rotti, newly for Team Rotti, it is the Finnish Zerg, Mixu.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of altitude, we have his opponent. We have the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Reaper. We have added the overall team score on top of the screen, just for, for transparency's sake, so no one's confused as to what's going on, just so we can all be on the same page. So what the hell is happening here? Oh,
he makes a star. That's nice.
Beautiful.
I make a triangle. As a fun little tip for you, if you're ever wondering if it's me on ladder, I always make a triangle.
Animal. Make a pentagram.
No, it's a triangle for the Illuminati puppy.
Oh, true.
Been waiting for someone to notice.
The Terran Cabal. Oh, God.
Exactly.
As we have some pretty interesting openers here, we do see a hatch gas pool coming out from Mixu. Likewise, a similar opener from Reaper. He went for a hatch pool gas, actually, so slightly different variation, but regardless, pretty close overall.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to play something a bit more normal. I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, any rush, you're going to see it that much earlier on a giant map like this, especially if it runs past some overlords. That could be the difference between, holding it or not holding it, is just the length of this map. And yeah, Reaper's just going to feel things out a little bit more here, and be interesting to see what he goes for. I mean, if I'm thinking of more kind of cheesy Zergs in like a big map, I'm thinking maybe an early Muta transition.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be wild. That'd be wild if we do get there. I mean, I agree with you, to be fair. Like, because we're on such a large map, you can get away with stuff like that. Whether it's going into mutas, you can even try and rush hydras and rush lurkers as well, which is a very difficult thing to pull off, but definitely possible here in ZVZ. Yeah, I'm really excited.
I should have warned you first. I was like, mutas, and you're like,
It's like when I say Lankas to you, Papi. It's I get the same reaction.
No. I'd snipe him.
Oh.
We're all good now.
Oh, there you go. You've gotten over your PTSD.
I have.
He's going for two-base lair.
He is. He's gonna do it, the mad lad.
Oh my God. Here we go. Both Lings are going to be getting across the map for a bit of a scout, and they do see the early lair.
Yeah, the Ling's going to dip in, get a full scout, sees everything here in the main, is going to be seeing as well those extra gases, and might have been able to piece together too that there's no Lings and there's no Ling speed.
There is no Ling speed. That is why we have such a fast lair being taken by Reaper as well. A very odd choice to go for the lair at the natural. Of course, because of that, he wasn't able to deny any kind of scout really from Mixu. Now he has all the information he needs. Mixu's going for his own pretty standard opener, but he is responding with his own fast lair.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, if you're seeing someone skipping out on Lings, what are you typically doing here? I guess it's not really something you can punish this late, but especially with the skipping Ling speed, that's kind of scary, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. And it can lead to a couple of things. Like, this could be like a two-base roach roll in with Niduses, for example, or it could be two-base Muta. As we can see here, the Spire is thrown down. Reaper reading your mind, Papi. Actually, you need to switch to Zerg, Papi.
I know. It's the NA skill. It's getting in the mind of the apes.
You're inside him, Papi. Oh.
As we do see, the scout's going to be denied this time. He does see the Roach Warren, though. It starts the Roach speed for that Ling. A little bit sus, starting it as you're getting scouted.
Yeah.
But even if you do find it suspicious, it does put doubts in your mind.
Exactly. So because of that, again, it's difficult for Mixu to really understand whether or not this is two-base Muta or two-base Roach. We see a third base being taken here by Reaper. But that's also why I really like the fast lair response. Because of this, Mixu can go for a +1 Roach timing. There we go. Roach speed is on the way, and he's going to try and deal damage before the Mutas come out.
Yeah, interesting. There you go. As we do see the Overseer going to be dipping in there, gets a full scout. Wanted to wait around a little bit to see what was coming out of that lava, but probably not going to be able to do so here, as we do see, yeah, a lot of mutas going to be coming out, just completely skipping out on units to get into these mutas so quickly. But this is where things can start to get a bit dicey. I mean, usually in this situation, I see Zerg's going for spine crawlers, and it's just so early that he hasn't quite been able to do that. And the mutas take a long time to kill roaches.
They really do, and I'm really worried here because looking at the vision of Reaper, He saw the roaches as they were moving out across the map, but he hasn't started a single spine crawler. As you said, this third base is going to be under threat, but at least Mixu is spending time here at the third, and he isn't going straight into the natural.
Mixu actually pulled away some of his roaches, so it looks like he maybe knows exactly how many roaches it takes to cancel a third, but is he right?
Does he know, Papi? Does he know? Because he throws away, how many roaches was that? 7 roaches and 4 lings go down here. Reaper holds onto his third base just barely, and now he's the one with the map control.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe he brought back some units just in case of run-bys. I swear he brought some roaches home. He did, yeah. These ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I found it odd as well. I was like, you know, maybe he was second guessing himself as to what was happening, but the thing is that he did link scout earlier and he did see the spire itself, so he should have known. As a result, Mixu is in a pretty rough position.
I guess if there was a ling run by, he would have been in position for the ling run by, and there would have been less muted, so he would have got the third. So if it played out like he expected, that probably would have been brilliant. It just happens that we have Reaper completely skipping out on lings and just going purely into mutas here. Yeah,
exactly. And mate, strap yourself in because we're gonna be going for a long one. Mixu is gonna be looking to turtle up here. He's gonna be putting on all the helmets on these 3 bases, gonna slowly try and take a 4th, and gonna try and defend against these mutas. Hydrogen is on the way. Investors are on the way as well.
Yeah, but also Burrow and Tunneling Claws. That's pretty cool. I've definitely seen Cyril do this quite a lot, especially to break up rich versus rich situations. But I think it is something that's kind of always there as something to catch your opponent off guard, especially on such a big map like this where there's so many angles that you need to cover to catch those roaches coming out across the map.
100%, and this is a more like kind of aggressive style coming out from Mixu as well. Like going for these infestors, it is a faster tech choice compared to the Vipers, for example, and he's going to be looking to try and catch them. He has to be careful though. He doesn't have pathogen glands. He doesn't have enough energy on these infestors yet, and he has to keep them hidden and safe from these mutas.
Yeah, the mutas see the roach warren researching as well, so if he noticed before that the roaches had speed, he's probably going to be able to work out what this is, and we'll have to see if there's any response from him in terms of maybe spores in the bases.
Yeah, we shall see if he can prepare for that. For the time being, he does have an Overseer with his Muta Flock at least, but he doesn't have any spores back at home. Meanwhile, the Lurker Den is on the way, Papi. We do see, I mean, eventually Hydra Lurker Viper coming out from Mixu.
Yeah, exactly. As he is just continuing to shoo away these units. Looks like this 4th is going to get cancelled or killed here. Okay.
Mixu once again slipping up a little bit. He also goes for a bit of a roach counterattack, but I believe that was spotted by this Overseer, and here we go. Spores are on the way.
Yeah, so if he didn't notice it before, he does notice it now. That went directly underneath the Overseer, so he would have seen that on his minimap there. And we have those quick preparations coming out from here. Reaper just continuing to go into mutas, amassing a huge flock here. So this can be a really strong play, as long as he doesn't eat a massive fungal from the infestors, because that could spell the end to his game in moments.
That's the thing, right? It's high risk, high reward. He's banking everything into nothing but mutas, and all it takes, it isn't just a fungal, parasitic bombs as well. Vipers are coming out. To be fair, Mixu is going to have a pretty complicated army to control. He's going to borrow the lurkers, he's going to land all the spells as well, but if he can pull it off, then that could just be the end of Reaper's army.
Yeah, the burrow idea was pretty cool. Maybe just threw Reaper off a little bit, kept him back at home with the mutas too, which is actually really crucial here, and got rid of those roaches in a pretty inconspicuous way. But we do see now Reaper going for actually going to be a Bane run by with mutas on the other side. This is so interesting. He's playing it almost like a ZVT here.
Yeah, pretty much he's trying to break the defenses here of Mixu, but we have lurkers all over the place. Only one lurker on the left hand side. The mutas are coming in towards the right, going to try and distract Mixu as he's going for a massive run by. Oh, good.
Yeah, we have the Lings just charging on through the middle, through those lurkers, and they are going to get in there, take out a couple of these queens, maybe take out some drones as well. The lurkers being repositioned, but they're a little bit awkward. They're a bit unwieldy, and when it comes to taking out something as fast as those Lings, they are going to be able to do so, but we are seeing Reaper just kind of poking and prodding, testing the defenses here of Mixu.
Yeah, exactly. And so far, Reaper, he was able to get some damage. 8 drones did go down. The Mutaflock is coming on in, and the Hydras are out of position. Same can be said for those Infestors and for the Vipers. Looks like a couple units are going to get picked off here. Can he get a Lurker? Oh,
Yeah, takes out the Lurker, taking out some Hydras as well. Parasitic Bomb's going to be coming down, and the split's good. Nicely done initially, but then drags him back in. Has to be really careful with these.
Oh my god. Reaper, please. He doesn't go back in, and he's going to be able to... Yeah, he dives on top of the Queens. He dives on top of the Hydras as well. There's not that much anti-air.
Yeah, the Queens are exposed. We see a Mixu desperately trying to get down these Parasitic Bombs. Unfortunately, Parasitic Bombs the same muta twice, and that was a nice split from Reaper, keeping these mutas safe, and a lot was killed there. Mixu lost quite a lot of his anti-air and finds himself in a pretty scary situation where these critical massive mutas can start to fight Spores and Queens and Hydras and the like.
Yeah, and these Vipers, they need more time. They don't have enough energy for another Parasitic Bomb. So here we go. The Ling Muta is going on in. He's trying to get on top of these Hydras. Lurkers are trying to reposition here, but the anti-air is going down. The Vipers.
Yeah, the Hydra's being taken out. He's getting on top of the Vipers. The Vipers are going to go down.
Oh my god, the Viper count gets completely reset. There's 0 anti-air here. Only 2 Spores remaining. The mutas are getting out of control.
Wow, Reaper was so patient with this Muta Ball, and he finally found his moment, this critical mass where he could break through the defenses of Mixu, and everything just came crumbling down all at once.
Oh my god, exactly. The Hydrogen's going to be falling as well. 22 workers as well as the natural base. 4 Vipers are on the way, but they're just still on the way, and they need time to gather that energy.
Yeah, exactly. There's just no splash here, and the splash is so very crucial. We're seeing every drone being taken out here. There's a desperate Lurker attack coming out here, but the mutas are going to be able to clean that up.
Yeah, exactly. There's just not enough for Mixu to counterattack. The main base is going to go down. This is the Hive, by the way, which means no more Vipers are going to be coming out. A couple did pop, and here we go. The Vipers are gathering energy here on the left-hand side of the map, waiting for their opportunity to go for another Blinding Cloud. Sorry, Parasitic Bomb.
Yeah, this is a Mixu's last chance to make something happen. But look how many mutas there are. Oh, Reaper getting a little bit over eager here. Does manage to finally split out that muta. Drags it back in though. Gotta be careful.
Oh my god, these mutas are taking a lot of damage, but the second power bomb does not connect. It does land on a weakened muta, does kill it instantly. And as a result, Reaper still has this control, this map control.
Yeah, maybe he gets a bit lucky there. That could have been brutal. And Reaper maybe getting a little bit restless when it comes to trying to finish this game.
Yeah, he needs to calm down. Doesn't want to overextend. Doesn't want to throw away his lead here by taking too many power bombs to the faces. He does pre-split his mutas this time. Oh no! No, God.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing... It looks like 4 or 5 mutas going down to that 1 P-bomb there. Mixu is getting some good trades here, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, even if you take out half of these mutas, what's the plan after that?
Yeah, what is going to be the plan? The Fungal misses. The power bomb's not going to be enough. And once again, the Vipers are going to get targeted down. GG gets called. Reaper does take game 1.
GG, Reaper. The hive mind of the mutas. Takes out Mixu with a pretty creative strategy there, and Team Gosu trying to get back in this one. It might come down to the ace match if Reaper can win another game here.
Yeah, Reaper, he needs the 2-0 here to go all the way. Oh my god, he is so close to that. Otherwise, Mixu just needs his own 1 game under his belt to do it for his team.
Yeah, exactly. So this suddenly becomes a bit more of a high-pressure situation for Mixu, especially with how that last game went, where it felt like he got all the scouting he needed. He knew what was happening, and it just couldn't really do anything about that giant muta flock. He kind of got every tech that he wanted, but he wasn't able to get anywhere with it.
Yeah, exactly. Just wasn't able to. It's something that we missed, but the first 2 infestors, I believe, did get sniped without getting a single fungal off. That's why we never saw kind of the combo there of fungal and parasitic bomb. So Reaper just did a great job at maneuvering with his mutas, with controlling them overall. And now we are heading on over to his home server of the Americas.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, if he can do that on his off server, I'm kind of scared to see what he's going to be doing on the home server. And we could be having a bit of a smaller map as well. It is going to be Mixu's map choice.
True. It is going to be his map of choice. Oh boy, and what is he going to decide on here? Altitude, of course, a very large map, very difficult to be aggressive, at least when it comes to these ground-based compositions. We saw that his scouting was pretty good overall. He was able to figure out what Reaper was up to, but unfortunately his response was lacking a little bit, maybe just misjudging a couple of things here and there.
Yeah, it felt like maybe he wasn't quite anticipating as quite how heavily Reaper was going to be going into the mutas. It kind of seems like he was playing against he was kind of playing into what he expected the composition to be, whereas NA is a bit more extreme.
yeah, a little bit more extreme, and that's just how America is, you know. You just go all in, Bobby, all the way.
Yeah, bigger is better.
Oh. Oh my god. So yeah, we'll see kind of where we end up here as I do try to fix up some of these filters and things going on. Yeah, we'll see if maybe Mixu tries to be the one to dictate the pace of the game and just try to mix things up entirely, as he has chosen his map.
He's saying Mixu should 12 pull.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah,
it's pretty unexpected.
Wouldn't be too bad.
As yeah, it looks like he has chosen another big map. This is one of the biggest rush distances on the pool, so I don't mind this either, just because, I mean, if Reaper wants to do that again, it's going to be a little bit easier for Mixu to deal with now that he's seen just how committed Reaper is willing to be. So I think picking another big map, not a bad idea.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. Maybe he has a better handle on how Reaper plays, as we're going to be loading on into game number 2 in this best of 2.
Lovely, and here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, representing Team Rotti. This is the Blue Zerg Mixu.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponents going for a gas. Oh, he's going for a 13-12. We have the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Reaper. Oh, it's time to micro some Lingbane.
There, the gloves are off. We have a gas first build just for you, like.
Oh, it's beautiful, Papi. So it is going to be a 13-12 coming out from Reaper with this Lings. Banelings are going to be rushing on now. This is very committed. This is going to be pretty all in. Mixu going to be opening up with a hatch first. Bold move here, especially on the home server of Reaper.
Yeah, it certainly is. It looks like the overlords aren't going to be crossing paths either, so not going to be many clues here for Mixu.
Yeah, exactly. Again, one of the big tells for this is going to be counting overlords, is going to be figuring out exactly the timing of your opponents and how they're kind of spending their lava. As here we go, 6 things are already on the way. We have Ling speed, and we have not pulled out a gas because we are going to be throwing down a Baneling nest.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very heavily committed on the one base, and it's all going to come down to the micro, the response from Mixu. I'm sure he's faced plenty of 13-12s on the EU ladder. There's lots of committed cheese like that on EU, but yeah, we're just going to have to see how polished his response is. As we do see, it looks like those Lings just dodge out the vision.
They do avoid the first overlord, but they will not avoid the second one. The jig is up. Mixu is fully aware of the 13-12 coming his way, and he's going to have to respond here again. He has to also make sure he doesn't respond as if it's a 12 pull. Pulling the boys against this is typically not too advised, as the Lings are going to be chipping away at the natural base.
Yeah, this Bane Nest actually going down quite a bit later.
Yeah.
So still going to be quite a ways off.
Oh, and Mixu, he fell for it a little bit. He thought it was a 12 pull, so he pulled the boys and realized it wasn't, and does pull back. So a little bit of lost mine time there for Mixu.
Nice surround there by Reaper on the hatching Lings. He's going to be able to take out 2 of those quite cheaply. We do see Mixu just trying to harass, just trying to poke and prod, maybe seeing if he can get that queen out, if he can distract these Lings enough, but no, just going to cancel that. It does get those last few little extra bits of lava out, so that's not a bad play at all from him, but we do see the Bane Nest, we see the Spine. He's very aware of what he's going up against here.
Yeah, he is aware, but here we go. Link speed finishes up, and a couple of these things are going to get caught out here for Mixu. Banelings are going to be on the way. Spinecrawler will finish up in time, and Mixu should be able to morph in his own defensive Banelings as well.
Yeah, gorgeous SimCity from Mixu here as well. He's going to be able to squeeze in that queen in between the spawning pool, and that's going to give the drones as well a path just to escape through if they ever need to.
Reaper is droning, by the way. Wow, Reaper is not going to... Yeah, he's not going to try to break the main base. He's expanding behind this instead.
Yeah, just expanding and going to contain on the low ground. Has all those links fully spread out, so the Banelings can't really do much here. This is very cool.
Oh my god, and this is going to force Reaper back. His own Banelings are going to be moving on forward as well. We'll see who ends up detonating first and how good the control is. Ooh, as one Baneling of Reaper does go down.
Yeah, not the best connection there, but does take out one of the Banelings. So 2 Banelings for 1 so far. Reaper not feeling so confident with taking this fight on anymore, as it's going to be dipping back.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing with fire right now. Both players have to be very careful with their Ling Bane control as Mixu is slowly expanding. Reaper trying to make his life as difficult as possible. Almost gets another one of those Lings, but with the second queen coming down to the low ground, Mixu should be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be bringing that spine down now that the creep has been spread too. So Mixu getting things up and running, establishing himself properly, and actually has a much better drone count at the moment.
Yeah, the drone count is looking quite good for Mixu, but there's a reason for that. Reaper doesn't intend to make any more workers. He is transitioning into another all-in. We have a Roach Warren.
Yeah, 8 roaches coming out all at once here, and it's a good thing that Mixu's got that spine crawler because things are about to get very scary for him.
Here we go. Mixu, he's going to be taking a third base as well. He's going to be droning. He's still droning. He's still making workers.
Oh boy, this might just work, as there we go. We do see the Roach is going to be heading on underneath the Overlords. Mixu finally sees what's coming his way. Instantly throws down an Evo Chamber just to help wall off. Thinks it twice, decides against it. 3 spines going to be going down, but are they going to be ready in time? It's going to be very tight.
It really is. I mean, again, as soon as Mixu caught wind of this, he canceled the third base. He's trying to make as many spine crawlers as possible. He's throwing down a Roach Warren as well, but is it too late? The Roaches of Reaper are already here.
Yeah, there we go. And the Banelings very aggressively running forward, trying to buy himself some time. Looks like the Banelings of Reaper going to be able to get on in there. They take out a lot of the Lings, and they take out the spine as well. The Roaches should be able to jump on in here, focus down the last few spines. We do see the drones being pulled to fight as well, just defending the queens as well as they can. But this is going to be a desperate fight here for Mixu to hold on.
It really is. The spine crawlers are putting in a lot of work. Mixu is forcing Reaper back.
Yeah, Mixu's just going to have to sit back. Reaper's going to have to sit back for a second here while he waits for these Lings to finish up. But all the Lings of Mixu, they're jumping on top of the Banelings. They take out the Morphling Banelings. That's huge. They're going to take down the Roaches too, or at least try to.
God, Mixu, is he going to be able to hold somehow, some way? He focuses down another one of those Roaches. Will back off in time, but here we go. Reaper is reinforcing. He's throwing down 2 more Banelings. He's still looking to break Mixu.
Yeah, Mixu just frantically microing with these Lings, but he loses Lings to Lings. That is not good here, and the Lings of Reaper starting to get on top of these spine crawlers. Bit of indecision here, but the Bile is going to be clutch.
The Bile is going to be clutch. There's only 1 Baneling remaining here. It does get focused down from Mixu, and it looks like with the death of that Baneling, it looks like Reaper has done it. He's broken through the spine wall.
Yeah, he is breaking through the Ling reinforcements, just flooding on in. Looks like a Mixu desperately trying to fight with the drones just to hold on for another second. But Reaper, he has done it. He's gotten Team Gosu through to the ace match.
Let's go. GG. Well played, Mixu. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold on there against the 13-12. Was looking quite good overall to begin with, but he did not have eyes on the follow-up Roach all-in. He wasn't ready for it at all. Despite that, it was a pretty close game anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very tense game there between the players.
Well, with that, we are indeed going to the ace match. It's all going to come down to this. Both teams are going to be picking some players.
Yeah, I want to see Mio. I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. I want to see Mio. Trying to think as well. Who do we send out then for Team Rotti? I feel like maybe Mio versus CuKu.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well, you know, whether it's BabyMarine or CuKu, who do you favor more against MeomaikA? BabyMarine, he has some recent experience now with MeomaikA. You could argue that he may be feeling confident, right? After he was able to take game number 2, he may be feeling like, you know what, maybe I've got a read on MeomaikA, maybe I feel good against him. Of course, neither team know what player they are going to field.
Yeah, I definitely think it is possible. Or, you know what would be crazy? We get Rocker for the ace match and he cannon rushes. Best of 1 style.
Mate, Rocker to snipe a Terran. Makes sense, right? It makes sense if we want to try and snipe CuKu or snipe BabyMarine. Yeah, Team Gosu, they've got they've definitely got some options here with how they want to approach this. Team Rotti, are they allowed to field Rotti? Are they?
True.
Oh god.
Rotti versus Rotti versus any of them would be a very wild game.
Oh my god, here we go, mate, here we go. So yeah, the team, just are taking this moment to try and figure out who exactly they want to be sending out here in the ace match. As we can see, the ace match is going to be taking place on Gressvan, so the map is already predetermined.
Okay, cool. Interesting, Gressvan. I feel like that probably doesn't play too much into things. I would feel even more comfortable sending out Mio. The ZBT on Gressvan for such a crazy player like that, it's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to Rocker. I believe he's a team captain for Team Gosu with how they want to approach this and who they want to send out. Let's see if I can maybe get a little bit of insight here. I'm slipping into some Discord channels.
Looking into them DMs.
Yeah. I'm having a look right now. It looks like both Rocker and Team Rotti, they're trying to figure out how to submit the ace player. I believe they're supposed to tell the admin the ace player like individually, like tell the admin, and then the admin reveals to them exactly what's
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. I think we're both set on. I would love Mio though. I would love Mio as the ace. Is he still awake?
True. Maybe he just assumed it was easy win.
Maybe. The other thing as well, just just telling Rocker how to sort all that stuff up.
Oh yeah.
But oh god. But the other thing as well, that is looming in the back of my mind. Our match is starting up soon as well. The CranKy Ducklings.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on a bit of a timer.
Chop.
Oh!
Get that cannon rush going.
We have our lineup.
All right.
It is going to be MeomaikA versus BabyMarine.
Okay, interesting. The confidence in BabyMarine. He's got him figured out, does he?
Mate, the rematch, Poppy, the rematch. Let's go.
Yeah, here we go. It's going to be a very exciting game. And I think for BabyMarine, I would be, feeling pretty comfortable, especially on Gressvan, to just go for that 3cc once again. And MeomaikA is going to be the one who has to mix things up.
Oh yeah, he is going to have to mix things up here. I mean, again, he has plenty of different styles, and he was pretty all-in that one game that BabyMarine was able to take. So, we'll see how this all goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god. It's going to be up to MeomaikA, I feel. It's going to be up to him.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't want to see that all in again, of course, but then maybe that's the last thing you expect, you know?
stop trying to make it work, puppy. No. Oh god. We'll see, mate. We'll see. As it looks like lobby has been made. GLHF. We are loading into the final game of this series. It all ends here.
That it does, and it is really going to come down to the wire. I would really like to see Mio as well. Maybe go for a bit of a longer game. Try to swallow up that map. Have that crazy Ling style. I think he's got plenty of styles he can play. I'm sure he's got something else up his sleeves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has plenty up his sleeve, and here we go. We are loading in to the ace match of Team Gosu versus Team Rotti.
That's right, and here we go, spawning up in the top left-hand corner of the map. It is the King of the Sea, the Zerg, who strikes fear into his enemies' hearts. For Team Gosu, it is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponent representing Team Rotti, the Italian Terran. It is BabyMarine. Boy, here we go. Show us the pool first. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the chat move here. I reckon he should just go CC first.
Oh, BabyMarine? Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's pretty scary though. I mean, Mia does actually 12 pool from time to time.
You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. Like, when all the pressure is on, when we are here in the ace match, when there's one game left, do you really go for the CC first against MeomaikA? The answer is yes.
I mean, the question that has to go through your head is he crazy enough to 12 pool? And it's just like, yes. Instantly, yes.
Oh my god, no doubt in anyone's mind, mate. But as we get into this, of course, I want to give, again, shout out to Reaper for doing it all for his team. I think we were both very doubtful that he would be able to pull it off, but the fact that we've made it all the way to the ace match is great. It's beautiful. It's what we all want to be seeing, all going down to the wire. And MeomaikA has had some time to ruminate, had some time to reflect over his last series. We are basically getting our best of three between MeomaikA and BabyMarine.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, BabyMarine, over the course of that best of three, he has blossomed into a beautiful flower. Oh. He has, gotten over his fears of MeomaikA, and now he's just going for a nice rack scout. Might go for that 3cc once again. Is not going to be playing scared of him like he was in that first game.
Yeah, exactly. No fear. But is that dangerous? Maybe a healthy dose of fear is a good thing against MeomaikA. We'll see. We'll see how this all turns out. As oh my god, the dance is underway and BabyMarine is coming in for a bit of a follow-up scout.
Yeah, he's going to re-scout the amount of gas that has been mined here. But meanwhile, MeomaikA, once again, going to be skipping those lings entirely.
Yeah, exactly. Goes to the pool first, only makes queens, stays in gas as well. And we saw in game number one between these two players, this did lead to a fast lair, which led to fast hydras.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see that again.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too shocked either, so we'll see if that's the case. And meanwhile, we do see BabyMarine rushing across the map here with his first Reaper just to try and get an eye on things, bearing in mind that MeomaikA did go for a Roach all-in as well in their series, so BabyMarine has to make sure that, again, nothing too crazy is going on.
Yeah, and he does spot out the third, so not going to be the same thing at least, as we do see him just poking back and forth with the Reaper. The queens are on point here for MeomaikA, and yeah, meanwhile we do see it is going to be the Thread CC and double Evo, so as I was referring to before, we might be seeing that fast double upgrade Ling style that MeomaikA has been playing on the ladder.
Let's go, Poppy. Your wish has been granted, Asher. It's something that you were talking about earlier in the day, and we are finally going to be seeing it. Well, we'll see if we do see it come to fruition here as both Evo Chambers are thrown down. We're going to be prioritizing upgrades over anything. And does MeomaikA make banelings with this?
No. It's pure Ling. It's just the most insane amount of Lings you've ever seen. And every time you think that you're trading well, it just doesn't matter.
Every time you think you're trading well, you're wrong.
You're not even wrong. It just doesn't matter for some reason. Like, he just has more. I don't understand it at all.
Oh my god, all
He's
right.
built different.
His lings, his larva is built different somehow, some way. He's got the co-op larva, where like double the lings come out of each larva.
Yeah, we do see BabyMarine being very active with his Reaper and with his Hellions. Already taken out 2 creep tumors here. Behind this, going into a very straightforward 3cc Banshee. So nice to see him sticking to his guns, realizing that he is in fact going to be safe against Meo with this, getting a lot of confidence out of their second game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Hellions already rock up here as well. They're not going to be able to delay this 4th hatchery. MeomaikA gets it down just in time, as the Queen's going to be able to push away the rest of these Hellions. And lings are in production. I'm curious as well. We are going to be staying on 1 gas here, and I guess MeomaikA has this. I'm curious if it's lined up here where 1-1 finishes and he has enough gas to start 2-2. As I say that, he still doesn't have a lair there.
Yeah, so there is going to be that small delay. He does lose another creep tumor there as well.
That tumor does go down, but the lings actually bypass all of these Hellions. They're going for a massive counterattack. The wall is not a wall. There's not really much at all to defend here.
Yeah, huge run by. Going to be jumping straight on top of the bunker. Full surround there, so that can't be repaired up, and the SCV suddenly in a lot of trouble. The Banshee's going to be helping out a lot with the repair, but all of these SCVs, they are going to be going down here as they are stacked up.
Oh my god, there was no way out. The Hellions turn around. They will be able to clean up these lings, but not before 14 SCVs go down.
God, and look at the supply right now. The supply does not lie. A lot of those SCVs going down. I mean, we still do have 3 orbitals, but there we go. Meo, he has not had enough. He dips straight back on in. He knows the mind of the Terran. He knows those Hellions are going back out on the map. There was no doubt for him, and these lings just continue to flood in.
Yeah, are we just not going to get to the 2-2? Here we go. The Hellions come back. They do turn back around, but not before even more SCVs go down. 28 SCVs in total. Nothing between the 3rd and the natural. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I mean, Meo, he's even going to turn and fight these Hellions. These are not the best trades, but he does not care. He just continues to just push you further and further onto the back foot, where it doesn't matter that the trades are bad, because you just can't get yourself back into it. There we go. The 2-2 is started up there, and we see combat shields just now being started for BabyMarine. He's just been thrown off so badly by everything that's transpired in this game.
Yeah, MeomaikA, he even has an infestation pit on the way so he can get into 3-3 in adrenal glands if the game goes...
adrenal, yeah.
If the game goes on that long. Meanwhile, we have a surround. Oh, the Hellions, he wasn't looking.
Oh, he wasn't looking. The Hellions go down, and I mean, BabyMarine has just been thrown so far off his game here. MeomaikA, see, he just does not care. These trades, all they do is keep you busy. They just keep you confused. They make you think that you're still in the game, and those 1-1 upgrades are not even... They might just finish in time for the 2-2 of the Zerg.
And you know, I'm sure for MeomaikA, that trade there was worth it, because he actually reset all the Hellions as well, so he's gonna have a little bit of an easier time just getting maneuverability around the map. There we go. Hive has commenced, and look at this, MeomaikA, he's got a Baneling nest on the way.
Yeah, this is the kill move. This is where he makes 100 lings and just turns every single one into a baneling and tells you to get out of the game.
Oh no, the unsiege, and there's no Medirex either to support. So here we go. The reinforcements come in as well, but the tank is going to get surrounded.
Yeah, and we're just going to dive right on top of those Marines. They do find themselves in a nice little nook there, but the tank goes down. Plenty of Marines going down as well, and BabyMarine just desperately scrambling to find a way to keep himself in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's trying to hold on here. You know, he's got a decent amount of Marines. He's going to have that 1-1, as you were saying. Goes for a scan to try and figure out what the saturation is exactly looking like, but soon 2-2 is going to be finishing for MeomaikA.
Yeah, bad news on the scan there. MeomaikA almost up to 80 drones despite this absurd amount of lings, and he's going to be diving in on the mining once again. You are just not allowed to breathe and not allowed to take a moment to yourself here, BabyMarine.
Oh, exactly. He just cannot. He's going for some harassment here. We do have a Banshee just chipping away at the 5th base, but the Queens are not too far behind. Detection is on the way as well. 3-3 has begun, where BabyMarine still has 1-1. Oh my god.
Yeah, and the armory's only just starting now. I mean, I don't blame him. It's pretty hard to afford everything when you have such terrible losses in the early game. We are going to be seeing him trying to split off a little bit of a drop. He does have to get some harass going across the map, but if Meo decides to just send it across the map now, he could be in some serious trouble.
He really could. He really could. So we'll see how this all kind of comes to fruition as we do have that double drop coming towards the northern portion of the map. We do see MeomaikA is staying at home. Bailings are being morphed in. Bailing speed is on the way as well. Another double drop coming towards the south.
Yeah, and these changelings, they're going to run in and they're going to be seeing that everything here is missing. And what's MeomaikA going to do about it?
What is he going to do? Here we go. The Marines are going to stim on forward. One queen goes down. Second queen. Third queen. Oh, only 2 queens in total. The Ling Bane are here to swat this away. MeomaikA is about to max out.
Yeah, we have 3-3 Adrenal, and we're about to max out on Ling Bane. And I mean, the supply tells the story here. We are going to be having him, yeah, just diving on top of these Marines here. And normally that wouldn't be the best idea, but against 1-1 Marines, they're actually going to trade pretty well.
Yeah, they're actually going to trade surprisingly well. Another queen is going to be going down, though. Again, MeomaikA doesn't have the most maneuverability, or he didn't pre-split his army, so he's having a bit of a hard time keeping up with this. Again, a lot of Lings are going to be going down.
Yeah, so his double drop is starting to break through. He's starting to take out some drones as well, but MeomaikA, he has had enough. He is sending everything across the map here. All these Bailings going to be charging in. I love this high ground position with the tanks here, but it's just not going to matter. There's too much here.
Oh my god, the Lings, they even get into the main base as well, and they're going to try and get on top of these tanks. The Ling flood just does not stop. The double drop across the map did kill a hatchery, by the way. It did deal a surprising amount of damage, but it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter. These were pretty terrible trades for Meo, but he just shuts down all mining, and there's not going to be any mining in the main. So what you see is what you get for BabyMarine, and that is very few Marines.
He denies +2. The energy bay goes down.
Oh, the friendly fire.
Oh, no. The Lings don't stop, Mappy. They're not stopping. He's going to deny +2 as well. The other +2.
Yeah, the armor's going to be going down. The armory's going to be going down. This mining is just never going to happen here for BabyMarine. And we are just seeing here the death throws here for Team Rotti, as we do have those Lings cleaned up, but at what cost?
At what cost, Papi? I mean, the orbitals have survived. We have our tanks. They all survived as well. We have, again, a really nice positioning, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. You know, you pointed out, and it looks pretty damn good. But we need more than good tank positioning, unfortunately, as MeomaikA is going into ultras.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Oh my god, the tank shots are crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, we have now 3-3 Adrenal Lings trying to get on top of these Marines, but basically we're just working with the tank damage here. We're not even really working with the Ling damage. They're going to get evaporated before they can do anything, and the Libs here are going to be denying some mining here. We do have a Spire finishing up, as well as a few Corruptors going to be made just to help deal with the Liberators.
Yeah, we have some anti-air available. The drone count is looking pretty damn good for MeomaikA, considering the situation of the game and what BabyMarine has to work with. Do have some drops coming out here to try and keep MeomaikA busy. Oh boy, but especially with these Corruptors coming out, like that's kind of the big thing that MeomaikA was missing, you know, the ability to deal with these medevacs.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to give him that high ground vision, as well as, yeah, the Ultras finishing up now, kind of splitting on the way to not going to be revealing themselves to the Liberator there, despite almost doing so. And we have the Spine Wall over here too.
It's a man after my own heart. I love it. As you do see another massive Ling run by here at the natural base. More SCVs are going to be going down again. Not the best trades for MeomaikA. The Ultras are not a part of this, but you know, the Lings, it's MeomaikA. He can afford to throw this stuff away. It's fine.
I mean, that's the last of the Marines, really. This Ling Ultra can just charge on in, and the Ultras are going to do a really good job soaking up that splash too, so it's going to allow the Lings to get on top of everything. The Corruptors can take out the CCs, potentially. Maybe that's what they're for.
Oh, yeah, they can caustic spray down the CCs, you're not wrong, and shoot them once they do lift. We do see Vipers on the way, and that's going to be the nail in the coffin. You know, this tank line is what's keeping BabyMarine alive in this game. But Blinding Clouds are gonna just shut this down. Or not even Blinding Clouds, just Abducts even. Yoinks, whatever we want to do.
Yeah, the tank lines and an inhuman amount of copium.
Migs, is that you? No. Let's see, we go. The Vipers are out. They're going to be slowly gathering up. That energy upgrades are on the way as well. Once these Vipers are topped up, then MeomaikA is going to be going for the kill move. He is maxed right now.
Yeah, there we go. We are maxed out with Lings, with Ultras. We have +1 air on the way. This drop is going to be spotted quite easily by the single string of creeps sent out towards this bottom side of the map. And just like that, we are going to be seeing just the setup for the killing blow here.
The mini-map is hilarious, by the way. When you see the creep is spread halfway across the map with like 4 tumors, like four base creep tumors. Here we go. The Vipers are coming in. The Yoinks are coming in as well. GG gets called, and MeomaikA, he does it for Team Gosu.
Wow, Meo clutches it out for Team Gosu there, and unfortunately a bit of a heartbreak moment for Team Rotti.
GG, well played. My condolences to Team Rotti. There is a lower bracket, but I believe you have to get a little bit further in the qualifier to make it to the lower bracket. So I think that is going to be the tournament run here for Team Rotti. They put up a good fight. They did quite well for themselves against the NA ladder team, but the North American ladder is, you know, it's built a little bit different. It's
It's a lore unto itself.
Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations to MeomaikA, Reaper, and Maplez, and all of Team Gosu for making it through their first round here and taking down a pretty big team.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it was pretty scary for a moment there. We had to have a Reaper with those back-to-back wins, and then Meo once again clutching it out there.
Oh my god, exactly. And yes, just to show it off on screen for a moment here as we update the scores, there you have it. You know, a very back and forth overall series. CuKu, you know, looking quite dominant over Maplez, but Reaper reciprocating that with his dominance over Mixu in those ZVZs, and MeomaikA as the ace comes in clutch. Oh my god, pretty intense series overall, and it didn't disappoint.
No, it did not. I mean, it's pretty hard for a MeomaikA game to disappoint. Whether he wins or loses, it's always something really interesting. It kind of changes the way that you see StarCraft. He breaks all the rules, and sometimes you just have to see it to believe it.
Oh, exactly, mate. Exactly. And yeah, with that, we can't really dwell on this too long. Again, shout out to Team Gosu. My condolences to Team Rotti. We are heading over to the Asian server. We're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we have our matchup. The CranKy Ducklings are going up against, I don't know if you've seen the name of this team, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, we translated it and we're confused.
Babylings, she confirmed it is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Like, that is correct. Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, I'm pretty sure they were the waifus before, so it's a bit of an improvement.
Is it an improvement?
I'm still going to call them Team Waifu.
Oh my god. So we're going to be going on a short break. When we return, again, some more StarCraft.
See you soon.